Describe the stolen microphone. It's a stand mic with black wings. Black wings? Yeah, it's the band symbol. Who'd want a bat mic? I can think of one guy. Really? Who? Frickin' BJ. BJ? Guy in the black hoodie? He was just here. He's been whining about wanting to do vocals. He said it... Oh, sorry. I don't know if I'm just a child, but the fact that there's a character named BJ that wants to do vocals. Anyways, we had it out over that yesterday. He said he wanted his share of the glory. The mic went missing right after that. Wait, he stole it because he wanted to be a vocalist? That makes no sense. What happened when the mic was taken? I actually didn't tell the other guys, but just before it disappeared, I got a call. A phone call? Yeah, thinking back now, it was pretty shady. Why was the call so shady? They didn't give me their name, just meet me at Kadoi City. We need to talk. Any guesses? Not really. Caller ID said it was a public phone. Sounded like an affected voice too. So, did you go? Yeah, but nobody was there. When I got back to Malco, the mic was gone. That is shady. So someone called to lure you away, and you think the Reaper in black you were fighting with, BJ was it? You suspect him? As much as I hate to consider it. Well, good luck guys. I'll be right here. Ugh, what a pain. So, what now? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? We investigate the crime scene and question the people involved. What, have you done this before? So we've got Malco and the two bandmates. Let's get started. Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to The World Ends With You. Took I guess a small break from this, not too long? I don't know. I always say that because it's sort of, there's always a disconnect between when I record these and when they go up. But last time we were here in day 11, and I remember, you know, no mission had come up yet, and Joshua and Neku were kind of bickering about that because Joshua wants to do his thing, and Neku's like, "Fuck you, bro. I don't trust you. I don't want you to go off do your own thing." And we were kind of just mumsying around until we found this guy, and now we're trying to find his microphone that apparently was presumably stolen by his bandmate called BJ, and we're gonna go ahead and investigate that, I guess. Isn't that? I guess this is BJ. I mean, he looks the same as any of the other guys, but alright. I thought for sure it would work. Let's see what he has to say. Alright. Do you want me to scan? Well, I don't think I can scan him because he's a Reaper, so I can probably just talk to him. Ahem. Ah, what? Weren't you headed back to A East? I wanted to lose myself in the crowd for a bit. You know? Can't say that I do, actually. We just had a few questions for you. Look, what do you want? About the stolen mic. Stolen? Please. 777's full of it. I'm sure he just left it someplace. Either way, he should have been watching our stuff. I hear you wanted that mic for yourself. So what if I did? Doesn't matter now. I don't need it anyways. Where were you yesterday at 2 o'clock? Oh, I was, you know, Dodendaka, yeah, in line for the new ramen place. Why would I go to the phone booth by Malco? I don't even know it's there. Not the subtlest guy, is he? Mm-hmm. What? Just give me some space, would you? I wanted to spend some time alone. Somehow I doubt his story. Yeah, he's obviously hiding something. Still, I'll take hard advice to... Wait, oh, it'll take hard advice to get him to fess up. So let's go find some. Alright. So there's a phone booth in Malco where I guess 777 was dragged off into, and I guess BJ was there also. Let's go see if I can find out where the hell that is. No. It was, yeah, Malco's up here. The Kadori City was where he was told him to meet him. So I guess he was here in the phone booth of Malco, and that's where he called 777 from because it was a public phone. He said the mic went missing at Malco, right? Look, a phone booth. Oh, right. 777 said that the phone came, or the call came from a payphone. Then let's... Hey there! Oh, aren't you like players? And you two are... Ah, yes, the winners of the Slam-Off. You like, remember us? Super yay! You need something? So, like, I'm always with the same guy, and I wanted to talk to somebody else for a change. And most of the folks can't, like, see us, so... What are your names? I'm Joshua. This is Neku. Nice to meet you, Neku, J-Dog. I'm Soda. The cute ones now. Call me Now for short, K? That's longer, but okay. Hey, did you guys know? No missions yesterday or today, but players are still getting wiped out. Wiped out? You should be careful, Neki. Neki? We saw some really scary noise before. We ran like bunnies. You should, like, totally run if you see them. I'm always mixing up who's saying which line. Let's just all stay sharp and get through this together, huh? Yeah. Didn't you know? Hey man, don't... Even if multiple players survive, only so many get to come back to life. What? Like, uncool? The other players aren't your friends. They're your competition. That goes for your partner, too. No way. Like, if, like, two people survive and only one gets to go back? What happens to the other one? They play again, same as Neki here. Whoa, like, this is your second time? Yeah. Then your partner came back. No, she didn't. Huh? I don't get it. She was taken as my entry fee. No way! That's like super cruel. I chose to play again, and it's my fault. She didn't... No worries, man. Huh? She was your entry fee, huh? That means you really care about her. No, he didn't feel guilty about that. Yeah, it's like totally not your fault. I'll gladly be Soda's entry fee if it gave him another chance. And I'd play the game a million times for now. Whatever it takes to get us both back to the RG, dog. You don't think I'm to blame? Forget blame, man! Plus, I don't care if only one of us gets a second chance. I still ain't sniping other players. Yeah, like, fighting so isn't the answer? We all want to be alive again. Nobody deserves it most, right? I want you to win too, Neki. So, like, this is for you. Oh. A pin? Yeah! We, like, won it at the Slam-Off? And now it's yours, yay! You sure? We couldn't use it. Not that we're dumping our trash on you, but anyway, give it a try. Thanks. We should probably move on, yeah? Be safe, Neki. Bye, Josh. Like, see you later. They were charming. Nobody deserves it most. It's true. Everyone's got their own deal. Their own dreams. None of them outweighs the next. Shibuya's full of all kinds of folks, huh? Talk about your non-sequiturs. Sorry. So, how about we check out that phone? At the Tin Pin Golem, also known as a hero pin. Too bad people can't see past a toy. This baby is made of real gold. Scratch an empty space to activate this pin's. It's like, these are kind of obnoxious to activate, but okay, thanks. That was nice. That was a nice little interaction with them. I don't think I guess spoiler alert, you don't really interact with a lot of other players in this game other than those guys, and obviously the people that you're partnered with, so that was a nice little interaction. No microphones here. Thank you, Captain Obvious. 777 said the call came from a payphone. Is this the one? This looks like a job for my phone. Huh? What, the tracker? No, the other new feature. What other new feature? The camera. Don't most phones already have a camera? Watch and learn. I simply set the time to yesterday and... Watch and learn what? It's a photo. Let's try a different time. Ooh. And there's a voice changer, I guess, there also. Ah, the mic! So it was right here at this time yesterday. What the heck? How did your phone... Weren't you listening to Mr. H? He added a couple of new features. One's the tracker, the other one's this camera. It takes photos of the past. That's convenient. Holy... That's Mr. H's work? Who the hell is he? So, could you shift the time later to see who took it? Let's try. Well, I mean, come on, bro. Why has he got a megaphone? Interesting. That's BJ, right? And the mic's gone. Very suspicious. Let's take one more. Can't. Huh? There's a 3-shot per day limit. What? Why? How should I know? Ask Mr. H. Suddenly, it's a lot less impressive. Then we'll use mine. Something wrong? My phone has no camera. Must have forgotten to do yours. Okay, so now we've got, presumably, actually, hold on a minute. There's a pig noise here. But now we've presumably got definitive proof of BJ with the microphone. So let's see if we can just find this pig noise really quick. There it is. Hopefully it's not one of those like specific ones that we had to fight last time where it could only be defeated by fire or something like that. That was kind of rough. Alright, let's see here. Oh.
You're good as gone.
What the what? Oh. Whoa. Okay, that's crazy. He just disappeared as soon as he got hit. I've never seen that before. Alright, not bad. Managed to take that out. We got first gear. I don't know what that is. But we managed to level up only one of our pins. So that's a shame. Usually we get a lot more PP for that. But okay. So, got a couple of new pins here. There's a lot of pins that I've been leveling up through Shutdown. So you can see in, not this one, but not this one either. This one just evolved. But they all had a, like, this one, where they had the green. That just means how much PP they have versus battle PP. And basically, as long as they have more of one PP than the other, that's what counts when it comes to them evolving. So this is another one of the ones that I just evolved. This one's actually pretty cool. Apparently, it automatically restores my HP when it's low, so that's pretty sick. This is the one where we have to scratch an empty space in order to get it to work. But first gear, I think it lets me, like, teleport. Yeah, I remember this vaguely. Alright, so that's not too bad. I do want to kind of change these pins around, because I have two of the same ones right now. Let's get rid of this one. And this is one I was trying to get to use before. Let's see if I can make it work this time around. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and see what BJ has to say now that we've got some actual concrete proof. But of course, but first, sorry, I was going through it really quickly because it was just text that we were already saying. Take a look at this photo. Ooh, what? How did... That's the phone booth near Malco, aka the phone booth of love, right? Isn't there some kind of urban legend? They say if you use this phone to confess your love, the other person will love you back. Oh, really? I don't know who you called, but you were there yesterday. That much is fact. But you weren't in Dozenzaka. You were chatting up some tramp near Malka. She's not a tramp. Damn, Joshua. Remind me not to tick you off. You can't tell anyone about this. Okay, so I was there yesterday. I made a call. Are you happy now? Quite. You've been very helpful, thanks. I'm heading back to see 777. Hopefully he's found the stupid mic by now. Seriously, if you tell a soul, you're dead. I don't think we're getting anything else out of him. Let's move on. Okay. Let's, I guess, go back to 777. Which is feeling pinned? What the fuck? Break down the boundaries. Break down those boundaries. Red Skull. What? Hey, that commercial. Ooh, look, it's playing. That cat pin is fat. You can't find that pin anywhere. Really? Everyone seems to be wearing it. It's really taken off. Even folks who seem like they wouldn't be into cat have them on, but they don't appreciate it at all. Like the guy handing them out at the ramen place. Looks like everyone has Red Skull fever. Shiki and I were pretty thorough. Looks an awful lot like the player pin. So who makes the player pins anyways? The Reapers? Nope. That's the composer's territory. He's responsible for creating and controlling them. The composer? The guy in charge of Shibuya? Correct. We're in the composer's game. The Reapers are just his enforcers. They execute his designs. Some designer. His game royally sucks. Doesn't it? Can he and his Reapers go to the RG? RG, UG, it's all the same Shibuya. Just people in the RG can't see us here. We're like air, Neku. Invisible. But very real. People are only visible in shops with special decals, but Reapers can materialize at will. They're perfectly visible in the RG. Minus the wings, of course. So they have wings here, but not in the RG? Apparently a Reaper's wings house his power. So they're basically just normal people in the RG. So the player pins only exist in the UG. The composer makes them, and now the Red Skull pin with a very similar design. Hell, it's freaking identical. Coincidence? Not likely. So what? Are they both just... No. They're made by the same person? Then that would make the composer... No way, not Cat? Something wrong, Neku? No, I'm fine. Cool. So I don't know if this is the right way to go. It's not Dolgenzaka. I think we have to go down this way. And like finding the mic? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Sure, whatever. Where were you yesterday at 2 p.m.? Right here? Are you asking us or telling us? Ah, yes. BJ said he found your phone on Spain Hill. Yeah, must have dropped it here. 777 said the mic was the band's soul. What makes it so special? Just is. Back when we were just busking on the streets, we all pulled in our money to buy it. It's a symbol of our bond as a band, as friends. I stuck wings on it to remind us of that. Got us through some rough times. I see. But lately 777 and lately 777 and BJ have been fighting over who gets to sing. Over who has rights to the mic. Talk about irony. You must be happy then. The object dividing them is out of the picture. Yeah. But not that happy. I just... Never mind. Well, I don't see our mic here. I'm going back to wait with 777. You've been very helpful. Alright, so now that we've got him back, I should be able to go back to 777 and the gang and let them know what's going on. Well, if we haven't found it by now, it's probably not turning up. I'll go report it to the Po. Not so fast. I think I've identified our thief. You serious? Wait, what? Let's recap. The theft occurred yesterday at 2 p.m. 777 received a strange phone call. What phone call? Meet me by Kadoi City. We need to talk. The microphone was stolen while he was away. According to 777's caller ID, the call originated at a public phone. Care to know who placed it? We have conclusive proof. What? You guys aren't gonna... This photo shows Neku. What? I'm telling them? This photo shows it all. This photo. Wait! BJ? I told you not to say anything! So it was you who called me! Whoa there. When did you get the call? Precisely, that is. Let me check. 1:40. Take a closer look at the photo. See? It was taken at 2:02. BJ used that phone. That much is a fact. But he wasn't calling you. No, he was calling a lady friend, to whisper sweet nothings in her ear. Ah! Okay, I admit, I told the chick I like her, and she completely blew me off. Happy now? Go ahead, laugh. Deep breath, BJ. This isn't the point of the photo. Look what's left. Look what's in BJ's left hand. Is that a cell phone? Certainly looks like it, but not BJ's. I don't get it. Look at this photo. Would you do the honors, Neku? This one? Doesn't look like a cell phone, but now that I look at it, it does look like a cell phone. Because the top part kind of looked like a cassette tape thing where you would like press the buttons. So I thought it was like a voice recorder, and that's how they, you know, distorted their voice or whatever. But anyways. The one at the mic? What about it? Ignore the microphone. Look at the top of the telephone. It's that cell phone! Correct. It was there when BJ arrived. He saw it and took it. Now, why would he do that? Because it belonged to... Wait a minute! You knew the owner, so you picked it up and returned it. Oh, Tenho. This is your phone, bro. Oh, snap. I found it lying around. Thanks, man. I was wigging out trying to find it. Where was it? In the, Spain Hill. Tenho! But, BJ said he found the phone, or BJ said he found the cell on Spain. Oh. BJ didn't want anyone finding out that he had gotten blown off. Oh, that's come on. That has to be on purpose. These translators, I swear. So he lied about... I can't believe he was just like... He didn't want people finding out that he gotten blown off. So he lied about where he found it. Well... I'd say this makes for an airtight case. Tenho left his cell in the phone booth. The question is, why? I'm sorry, guys. It was all me. What? Why, man? I thought it'd stop you two from fighting. I don't want us to break up. So, I just... Sorry, bro. We put you through a lot, huh? Yeah, my bad, Tenho. I was out of line about wanting to do vocals. But that's all over now, right? We good again? Hey, I'm cool. Good. Now, let's have that mic, Tenho. It, kinda got stolen? What? I called 777 from that phone booth. Once he left, I grabbed the mic. I was on the way to hide it, but 777, I saw you coming back. So I freaked out and hid in the phone booth. I was gonna just wait it out. Then you called me. The phone's been stolen! Come meet me at Malco! So I stashed the mic in the phone booth. I must have left my phone in there too. Oh, that's what the megaphone is for. That's Minamoto's megaphone. I checked in with you, and when I went back, the mic was gone. Gone? Yeah. This was in there in its place. A megaphone? With some freaky stuff recorded in it. sorry, guys. I just wanted us to stay together. Now, because of me, that megaphone could only belong to one person. I'm glad we know who it is, and we're not just gonna dick around and be like, who could it be? Fascinating. It seems this mystery runs deeper. Care to enlighten them, Neku? Tell them who really took their mic. No brainer. The guy who took the mic is... none of the above. None of these guys. 1:40 p.m. Meet me by Kado City. We need to talk. Huh? Hey? Who are you? Now's my chance. 1:50 p.m. Oh crap, 777. Gotta hide. Whew. My phone? Hello? It's me, 777. We're boned. The mic's been ganked, bro. Hurry back to Malco. Be right there. Or, be right back, Mike. Stay put. 1:57 p.m. Huh? Why, hello! This mic is Zeta sexy. Perfect for my opus. Here, we'll call it a trade. 2 p.m. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna tell her, and I'm gonna get blown. Huh? That's Tenhu's cell. What an airhead. Oh well. Phone booth of love my ass! 2:10 p.m. Now, to pick up the... Gah! It's gone? The hell is this megaphone? Great story. Now where's our mic? Knowing him? In that junk heap over there? What? Our baby is in that pile of trash? Start digging, boys. Sorry to drag you guys into this. I cleared the wall. Go on, we'll manage from here. Best of luck. Now then, shall we head to Utagawa, Neku? That was the detour from hell. Alright. Thanks, buddies. Let's go up here to presumably Utagawa. Nope. Gotcha, punks. Hope you brought your A game today. Beat. Don't do this. I don't want to fight you. Begging won't work, yo. Look, I have to win. For Shiki, too. So would you please go away? Shut it. Let's just do this. Oh boy. Time to face off against Beat again. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where you just have to not get your ass beat. Yeah, because he is a pain in the ass, because he just moves around so fast. Oof. Okay, I thought I wasn't even doing damage to him for a second. See if I can maybe get this thing to activate. It wouldn't work on him because he's like a boss. Because the snail only really works on noise, and you know he's a boss. It's not going to do anything to him, but ow. There we go. Hey, we got an attack boost for Joshua, as well as some random pin that we already had. We got a Scarletti, which is nice. That's about all I got. Yo, you even trying to hit harder? I barely felt that. Man, y'all are stale. Next time, at least put up a fight. Ew. That was pretty close. He's serious. He must not like you. I could see him hating me, but why erase Shiki too? Is he really all Reaper now? What's this, Neku? A pendant? That was Rhymes. B must have dropped it. I guess so. He's no genius, but he must have had a reason to join them. This meant a lot to him. I should return it. Fortunately. Alright, let's go ahead and check out Utagawa. Know the guy well, Neku? Yeah, I used to come here after school. With your friends? Please, I don't do groups. I never met anyone fun to be around. Me either. We seem to have a lot in common. You know, Neku, Shibuya was a lot like you. Cut off. Where did that come from? The UG is split into different areas. Shibuya is just one of them. Just like it's only one part of the world at large, each UG area has unique rules. You can't travel between them. Mr. H told you all that? Oh, so you know about our conversations. As I was saying, every area has its own rules. They never meddle with each other. Sound familiar? That could apply to anyone. Maybe so. As long as we have our worlds, or our own worlds, people will never really understand each other. Right? They're them and I'm me. Talking to them gets me nothing. I thought I'd never respect anyone, until I saw Cat's mural and discovered a new philosophy. Do what you want, how you want, when you want it, was it? Yeah, blew me away. Cat was living the life I always wanted to, but never thought I could. Finally, someone who gets it. I thought, enjoying the moments about freedom. I just need to do my own thing like Cat. Forget about other people and just enjoy my life. Absolutely. Who needs other people's values? It's easier to just live by your own rules. Yeah. But I don't feel that way anymore. Since coming to the UG, reading people's minds, something that I really haven't done too much, Shibuya is full of people with many viewpoints. Mr. H said the world ends with me. To expand my world, I have to learn to look further, not write off other people's values as inferior. Maybe I had it backwards. Maybe I need to open up and really enjoy. Yoo-hoo, Neku? Well, we may be stuck in Shibuya, but you can still see a fair ways. Why do you suppose that is, Neku? Why show us what we can never reach? That mural you mentioned is up ahead, right? The single's coming from that direction. Let's take a look. Sure. Oh. Well, 3 is the point to the 1. 3 is the point of 1? What? 4, the 1, 5, 9 are 2. Hey, it's... Shh. Let's see what he's up to. 6, 5, 3, 5, 8, 9, 7, 9. Oh, jeez. Is he just saying them all in a row, or is he saying like 32,384? I'll assume it's that way. 62,643, 38,327. Perfect. Soon I have my desired solution. What was all that about? This is... vandalism? He drew it just now, right? More of his loony art? I wonder... my phone's responding to it. To these scribbles? I thought you were looking for the Shibuya River. I am. I don't see any rivers. Thank you, Neku. What is this? Considering the artist, it can't be anything good. Well, should we erase it? He'll know. Besides, it could be a trap. Let's leave it here for now. Now's the best time. If I take him to where I was lying on the ground. Hey, say Neku, what? I'd like to check over by that mural. Do you mind? Sure. That weasel beat me to it. What's he need over there? Ugh, finally. Deep breath, girl. Don't give me that. Why do those two brats have to show up? We're so in the way. Or they're so in the way. Why can't Mathman just let me erase them? Anyways, what the heck was the GM doing here, other than thinking up missions not to give? Izaki, get on the horn with HQ, now. What? Why? That's a taboo noise refinery signal. That? I never knew what they look like. So the GM's gone maverick? This is the source of the taboo noise? Not quite. This sigil hasn't been used. There must be another source. Still, we saw him draw it. That's pretty strong evidence he's behind it. So, do you smell that, Karia? Promotions, glory! I'll pass. Instead of buying me that bowl of ramen, you can just take care of the report for me, alright? What, you're too lazy to even claim the credit? Something like that. Besides, I may have another mystery to unravel. Let's go take a look at Joshua over here. Impressive graffiti. It's cats. This is my favorite spot. And the spot where I died in your head. Wait, I assumed I was looking at your memories, but couldn't it just have easily been your imagination? What I saw doesn't prove anything. You couldn't have had nothing to do with it. Still with me, Neku? Huh? You spaced out. Oh, sorry. You're giving me deja vu. Huh? Deja vu? From when? Did you really see me die? Were those scans really of... Was that of my death? I have to know for sure. One more scan. It was here. Something wrong, Neku? He killed me! Hello? I'm here. Just a little dizzy. I'm fine. Good. Let's move on. Nothing to see here. This tracker's leading us in circles. Did Mr. H give me a dud? How can he act so normal around a guy he killed? He sought me out as a partner. Hell, why kill me at all? What did I do? Did he know me when I was alive? I don't know him. Random homicidal impulse? Ugh, he must have had a motive. Too many questions. One thing's for sure. I'm partnered to my killer. Take care of yourself.